This thing is stabilizing. My God, every time it stabilizes after a bear market, that's pretty telling that it's a accumulation phase, right? It's the bottom, right? It is the bottom.
It's ironic, eh? They think it's some sort of conspiracy that some unforeseen scammers are holding up the price of Bitcoin just before this thing's going to collapse to zero. It's that time in the cycle, really, that the accumulation does come in, right? Like people buy, they put a floor on the price, the volatility drops, and we saw that in, when was it? Was it 2018? 2018 bottom, 2015 bottom. We even saw it in the 2012 bottom. So yeah, sure. People are holding the price up. That's because they want Bitcoin.
Our favorite analyst, Willy Woo, has come back in a brand new interview, and he declares that the price action we are seeing in Bitcoin and the crypto market are the exact signs we needed. This is in fact the bottom, and the investors are accumulating all they can to get at these prices. For those who are unaware of Willy Woo, he is the Bitcoin analyst who really coined and started the practice of deep on-chain analysis of Bitcoin holder activity. He took somewhat of a hiatus from the entire space for the majority of this year. However, following the FTX collapse and meltdowns, he's back to let investors know that if you are looking to get into the space, now is the time. He strongly believes that now is the time to buy and enjoy the future. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video, where Willy Woo speaks through the specific characteristics that indicate the market has reached its bottom and why his Max Pain model is indicating that this bear market has run its course. But before we get into that, why don't you like and subscribe to our channel? It really helps. Now let's listen to what Willy Woo has to say.
What was really interesting with the BlockFi bankruptcy, we saw a sort of pullback. It wicked down beforehand. I kind of think that was sort of inside sellers knowing that the announcement would happen. It wicked down, what is it, $500, something like that, and it got quickly absorbed. And then now we're breaking to the upside. So I think we've got a lot of buyers at this price. Certainly the indicators I have are showing, when you see a lot of coins moving and the price going sideways, that's a sure sign of accumulation. And so that's been happening. I'm tracking it. That's the reason why it's going sideways. So that max pain is like, what those are contours of where the price has to hit till how much of the coin supply is underwater from their buy price. I believe that's roughly 58% to 60% of the coins being underwater. And so that's where you get that band. Within that 2% band has been where it's hit in all the bottoms that we've had in the last few cycles.
Is there a number that would surprise you at the bottom? Because clearly you've shown some indicators here, that say price could easily go to 10 or 12.
Yeah, I don't think, like 12 wouldn't shock me. 10, I think everyone's wanting, and so it usually doesn't hit what everyone wants. Yeah. But I don't think, if you think about that, it may run away from here. It may drop even further. These are very broad stroked indicators, but it's probably not a bad time to dollar cost in. If Binance collapses, that's a nuclear winter, right? With FTX, there was on-chain evidence that this thing would. I trade on FTX. That's where I like to trade. That I gotta hand it to SBF, is that he stole a lot of money that wasn't his. But the exchange itself, he built a good product. Just got greedy. If he'd stayed in the long run and didn't do the greedy stuff, he would have the best exchange out there to use. So this is the run on the bank here, right? This is like everyone getting the fuck out, right? But you'll notice that there was also this trend down, and also what the hell happened here, right? I saw this and I thought, is this an error in FTX labeling on Glassnode or something? It just didn't make sense. They'd been building up this stockpile of Bitcoin, as they won more and more trust. This is all of our customer funds on that exchange. And then suddenly, as Three Arrows collapses, 55,000 of their 130,000 Bitcoins got withdrawn. Right, and I think SBF said we're doing a bit of cold storage movement here, nothing to be worried about. No one called them out on it. I thought it was maybe this move to a new labels that were still FTF. You see this sometimes, as you see,
right,
you
moving
see,
from one exchange wallet to another, and nobody
exactly.
knows the new wallet, right?
Yeah, right. But Glassnode didn't pick that up, right? They maintained that it went out of the exchange, so no one actually called it out. And after that point, so what happened there, right? Is like, did Alameda need to plug a hole in their books after 3AC collapsed? But after that, look at this. This is like a constant trend downward with Bitcoin reserves. Like the guys that knew that FTX was not good, and there was a constant withdrawal. So as the FUD was happening on Twitter, I was taking a look at this chart, and I'm like, this does not look good. I'm like, I think I got all of my stuff out of all my Bitcoins out of FTX when they had like 6,400 Bitcoins left, like down in this region here. So anyway, that was that. There was definitely.
So basically, he lied. Said we're just moving some things to cold storage, but clearly that was their. I mean, now all of the speculation, which seems somewhat clear, is that Alameda blew up, and basically it was probably moving the coins to Alameda or something to try to prop them up.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're like looking, gee, who, of course we looked at everything else now and all the other exchanges in the industry, and it's like, who's good for the money? And immediately we're seeing proof of reserves, Binance start to come out with this. And yeah, I noticed they haven't disclosed the liabilities on their proof of assets. So it's only half of it.
Talked about that at length yesterday. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. How do we know that these are FTX addresses and not retail wallets? How do they identify this? You said that sometimes they don't know if it's a new wallet, and you see these sort of trends in Glassnode. How does Glassnode actually identify an exchange wallet?
They use a third party as part of it, and then on top of that they add their forensics clustering type algorithm on it. So they already have an automatic algorithm that's looking at all addresses across the network and clustering that just based on interactions between the wallet addresses. And you can see them, they resolve into clusters of entities, meaning that this wallet likely belongs to this known cluster or this person or this exchange because of the interactions. And so it doesn't take long for the interactions between those coins to start to give away telltale signs that it is belonging to a previously known entity. So that layer helps them resolve this. And then there's an army of people in the industry that are labeling different addresses as this is FTX, this isn't. We know this because I deposited funds here, and that's their address. And so different you can actually just fire small deposits into the exchanges, and you'll see it arrive, and from there you can kind of build up a picture and cluster it together.
Do let us know in the comments down below what you think about the interview with Willy Woo. And if you are planning to invest in crypto again, what coins are you going to aim for? Before you leave, check out this video, and don't forget to leave a like to the video and turn on the notifications to keep yourself updated with the crypto world as we upload content daily.